Hey, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know about the whole waste your vote thing. I understand the point and the sentiment of it, but I just feel like one in the bag is one for Trump, man.
He said, "I don't know about
that philosophy. We got a competent leader of the free world back in office, man. Then get back to that regularly, scheduled program."
Wait, why you say I don't know about that waste your vote thing? Like, like that was a shot.
Hey, my man John said Trump's going to win, bro. What up, John? I appreciate the feedback. If you didn't catch it by the bro comment, John's a white guy.
Yeah.
But what up, John, for chiming in? I don't think he's going to win, though. I think black people going to be willing out their 90-year-old grandmothers who ain't left the house in 2 months to vote against him, dog.
Hey,
dude, I'm
tuned in. I want to ask him, is he a Trump supporter or is he just messing around?
John, you hear that? You a Trump supporter?
Or you just messing around?
Dude,
I think he is. I know John. Good dude. We was in the Navy together. But I think he a Trump supporter. He responded back on the messages, but he probably is.
Because I want to legitimately know that. So I want to ask, one of these Trump supporters, like, yeah, how you feeling about their vote? And are you really... Do you really feel like he's done that great of a job to do it again? Or do you just feel like he's the better option than Biden at this point? Forget about political party.
So John said, yes, sir. I guess that means he's a Trump supporter. It got to be some kind of delay. And he said he did. I guess that means he did vote for Trump. He can't get my vote at all.
And that's sometimes you got to, at that point, like you said, the fella. Serve time with him, so he's got some decent integrity. But at that point, I had to question his intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean to insult him. Can you really say this guy's done a good job?
It could be the same thing like we was talking earlier. Some people just see the R, and some people just see the D, and that's it.
And that's crazy to me.
So I give John some. I think he's still on. So to talk to what Blair's talking about, I think the worst thing he's done is not attempt to bring folks together. It's almost like by his ignorance, I don't know whether it's ignorance or his purposeful silence.
Yes.
But the country's ripping apart and the leader of the free world sitting on his hands.
That's my biggest problem with him. That is my biggest problem with him. I feel like his inaction. For example, let's the guy Pence. I think at some point someone was asking him to affirm that Black Lives Matter, right? I'm not a big fan of the Black Lives Matter movement. But that's a whole other conversation.
That's next topic. Next topic.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that movement. But not to want to affirm it or not to acknowledge that, or your rebuttal or your answer, your response is, well, all lives matter. I didn't ask you that. I asked you, do Black Lives Matter? And if you can't even bring your mouth to say that, then that is like some embedded, I don't want to call it ignorance, but that is some refusal to acknowledge. And that's the divisive nature. Those guys are walking that line. And I don't think they do it by intent. I think they do it by fear. Because by fear, they know what base got them in office. And they know what base they riding on. So by fear of pissing off that base or losing a fan or two, you just refuse to say something that's so elementary.
Right.
And you know what? They say that all the time. So here's what the news channel don't want to say. Remember Jordan said Republicans vote too? But by Trump not saying that, he might as well say, well, racists vote too.
Might as well.
That's what his silence, for those who don't know, that's what his silence tells us. All right, so let me see. John got some things for you, Blizz. Hold on. He said he's a libertarian. He says Trump has deregulated a lot of things. The First Step Act. He also said that's a false claim. There's a delay, so I don't know what he was talking about. Carlos, Los, what up? Carlos said he not sitting on his hands. He's doing this purposely. Okay. And then John said, what do you want from him? The National Guard, the man has done what he said he was going to do.
Where's the wall? where are the coal miners that are back to work? Where they at? Where are the factories? Where are the factory workers back? Where they at, John?
I stick to my guns. He said he was here to be everybody's president. He's not acting like that. Like me and Blizz was talking about that's my number one problem.
Yeah, that's my issue.
I got a government job. Am I gonna lose my job talking this reckless? So you know, he's the president or whatever, but he doesn't care to bring the country together. The election coming up, and the people that have been riding for him, whether they good people or not good people, because there's good people to ride for him, they gonna ride again, and he knows that, and he ain't trying to cut none of them out.
You know, I'd love to have a beer with your boy John, man, because I really like to pick his brain, man, because he said he's done what he said he did. What he said he would do. Where at?
So Blizz, here's the plan. Once TJ done fooling with his technical difficulties.
What technical difficulties? What do I have technical difficulties with?
All right, dig it. Once TJ done playing,
I got this whole thing up and running right now.
on the next joint, we're gonna send out the invite for folks to join the Zoom. You know what I'm saying? We'll do it. I figure 1, 2 at a time, so we don't all get to yelling at once, whatever. But we'll send it out. And John, I'm gonna shoot you an invite. We'll think of a nice topic so you can get heated. Don't be spitting tobacco juice all in the camera too. Get me kicked off the Facebook Live. Like John said, there's an issue with BLM. There's the movement, a good thing, and the organization, which has funded millions into Act Blue. That's got to be a typo. Millions into actual, I don't know what you're trying to say, and supports Marxism. A bad thing. Unfortunate and purposely intended. What up, Higginbotham? What's good? So, he's making the argument that there's 2 Black Lives Matter. There's the Black Lives Matter, that's the people on the streets that's actually protesting. Then there's a secret subversive organization that's trying to push Marxism on there. I've heard that before. Blizz, you brought it up. Hold on. Should we even get... That's a whole time.
No, because I appreciate the sentiment, and I appreciate where he's trying to push that. But no, my statement was directly around the divisive nature of being put on the spot. And a woman, I think it was a reporter, asked Pence, do Black Lives Matter? She wasn't speaking about a damn campaign. She wasn't speaking about some movement. She was asking him specifically, do the life of Black people in this country matter? He refused to acknowledge. He said, well, all lives matter. Then, okay. Then that means Black Lives Matter. Is that correct? Because I wish I was the reporter, because I would say, what is that to say that Asian lives matter? Yeah. And I would have went on, I would have got him to either commit to it or dismiss it. But it was by intent. He just would not acknowledge. And I don't think that I don't know much about Pence. He stayed out of the limelight. I think it was just Trump set the tone coming in the door. If you didn't get on his wagon, you were going to get cut loose, just like his apprentice.
So Blizz, I want to speak to that. So I had a conversation with a dude at work, and what I told him, what a lot of people don't understand is that, when folks say all lives matter, we're not asking you to switch the conversation. If I say, do you like steak? And you say, well, I like beef. Well, we're not talking about beef right now.
Right.
We're talking about steak. Answer the question. So, we take it. I ain't gonna speak in general, but a lot of us take it that when you're asked the question, do Black Lives Matter? And you say, well, all lives matter, that you're deflecting and that you're trying to change the conversation from what we initiated to you. That's a specific question. And some people will say all lives can't matter till Black Lives Matter. But until somebody says that to you, the question is just as it was posed. Do Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, it's very simple. You know what I'm saying? And it's a personal question. I'm asking you personally, do you feel like the life of a Black person in this nation is important? And if you can't say that as a leader of this nation,
So my man Los chimed in. He says if the man don't want to concede defeat, if he loses the election and doesn't want to leave the house, he talking about the White House. You see, he's not a president. He's a dictator or wants to be.
Absolutely.
The cat thinks he's Putin for real, for real.
Absolutely.
Okay, Lo.
No, absolutely. He's. I mean, that's the type of rhetoric this guy's been laying down. It's like, when has the post office ever went around collecting drop-off boxes? About 100, just like picking up drop-off boxes. When has a president ever? Now, you know the elections in the past, I'm talking years ago, were manipulated. But who's made a big stink about that in, say, the past couple decades? But this guy. He almost wants a guarantee that he's going to be on the seat for another 4 years. I think he just doesn't want to lose. Listen, this platinum plan that he's talking about rolling out, man, dude, you had 4 years.
Yeah.
You didn't say not one word about a platinum plan. Now you got a platinum plan. Damn, Miss Ginsburg died a week ago, and he already got a choice picked out, lined up. If you had a platinum plan, you would have rolled it out, a couple years ago, man. That day, not yesterday. Come on, man.
That's fact.